Hello everyone, myself I am Ramseti Govardhani, third year BPT at Venkat Padmavati College of Physiotherapy, Tirupati, India. My paper is on the topic of effectiveness of muscle energy technique versus strengthening of gluteus maximus in reducing pain and improving function in subjects with sacroiliac joint and joint dysfunction. And coming to the aim of the study, to compare the effectiveness of gluteus maximus stretching versus muscle energy technique in reducing pain and improving function in subjects with sacroiliac joint dysfunction. And coming to design of the study, it is a comparative study design. And moving to next slide, study settings, Sri Venkateshwara Ramanarayana Ruya Government General Hospital, Tirupati and WIMS Physiotherapy OPD, Narsingapuram. And coming to next slide, study duration, and it is 2 sessions per week for 5 weeks duration. Okay, now let's see what are the outcome measures and pain assessed through the numerical pain rating scale and modified disability questionnaires, and in size 30 subjects were divided into 2 groups. Moving to selection criteria, inclusion males and females at the age of 18 to 35 with chronic low backache greater than 3 months, and moving to exclusion criteria, specific low back conditions like spondylosis, spondylosis and recent surgeries, and moving to intervention, 30 subjects were randomly divided into group A and group B. Group A is muscle energy and group B is gluteus maximus strengthenings. And moving to next slide, data analysis, pre and post test values of group A and paired t test results, p value and statistical significance. The two-tailed p value is less than 0.001. By conventional criteria, this difference is considered to be the statistically significant. And in moving to the next slide, here it represents some table and group pre-test and post-test. In the mean pre-test it's up to 7.87 and post-test is 4.13, and in SD it is 0.92 in pre-test and 0.92 in post-test, and in SEM 0.24 in pre-test and 0.24 as same in post-test, and in N it is 15 in pre-test and 15 in post-test. And coming to next slide, the numerical pain rating scale showing a significant reduction in pain after intervention. The mean pre-test score is 7.87 and the post-test score is 4.13 and paired test score in the p-value. Now just make a look on this graph, pre-test and post-test. And moving to next slide, the graph show the analysis of pain through the NPRS and some tested values of pre and post sessions. Therefore, the study was rejecting null hypothesis and accepting alternate hypothesis. And coming to pre and post test values and paired t-test results, p-value and statistical significance. The two-tailed p-value is less than 0.001 by conventional criteria, and the standard error of difference is 0.133. And coming to the table 2, the group of pre-test and post-test, and it is again of mean, ST, SEM and N. In mean the pre-test is 8 and post-test is 4.87 and SD is 0.76 in pre-test and 0.64 in post-test, and in SEM it is 0.20 in pre-test and 0.17 in post-test. Coming to next slide, the above table shows the results of pre and post test scores, and the paired test values is 8 and 4.87. And let's make a look on this graph again, pre-test and post-test. And the graph 2 it shows the analysis of pain through the NPRS and the paired test values of pre and post sessions of group B NPRS, and 8 and 4.87, the two tailed of p-value is less than 0.0001 by conventional criteria. Coming to post-test comparison, values of NPRS, the unpaired t-test results, p-value and statistical significance by the two-tailed p-values are equal 0.0168. And in confidence interval, the mean of post-test A and post-test B are equal. And coming to next table 3, it is the same, and group mean SD, SEM, NA and post A and post B. Look at the numerical values, and the above table mainly shows about the post-test comparison scores of numerical pain rating scale group A and group B. The paired test values was 800 and 4.87. The two tailed p-values is less than 0.0001, and it means that the post-test score is less as compared to the pre-test score in the table 3. And just make a look in the graph, and here the post-test rating is high, and coming to again the pre and post test values of group A paired t test results, the two tailed p value is less than 0.0001 by conventional criteria. This difference is considered to be statistically significant, and standard error of difference is 1.068. And just observe the values of pre and post test, and the above slide mainly shows that post-test score of modified disability questionnaire, the impaired test values are 28.33 and 15.93. The two tailed of p-values is less than 0.000. And going to next slide, the show analysis of functional through the paired test values of pre and post sessions of group B was 28.33, and pre and post test values of group B in p value and statistical significance. The two tailed p value is less than 0.0001. In confidence interval, the mean of pre-test minus post-test is equal to 5.27. And we're moving to next slide. Just make a look on these values, and the above table shows mainly pre and post test scores of modified disability questionnaires. The paired test values is 28.27 and 23.00. The two tailed p value, it means that the post test score is less than compared to the pre test score by conventional criteria. And just look at this graph. Here the pre-test score is more high than the post-test score, and therefore the study was rejecting null hypothesis and accepting alternate hypothesis. Unpaired t-test results, p-value and statistical significance. The mean of post-test A minus post-test B equal to 7.07. Intermediate values used in calculations like t equal to 4.3949 and df equal to 28, and standard error of difference is 1.608. And same in the group post test A and post test B. Just look at the numerical values, and disability questionnaire, the pair impaired, the test values was 15.93 and 23.00. The two tailed p values is less than 0.1. It means that the past test score is less than compared to the pre-test score. And just look at the graph here. The post test is less than the pre-test. Sorry, the post test A is less than the post test B. Moving to the last slide, and result shows that pre and post test values of the group were analyzed using paired to test and independent of t test. Group A, which is received muscle energy technique, and Group B, which received the strengthening of gluteus maximus. After analysis of data, A, which was treated with muscle energy technique, showed more significant difference than the Group B, which was treated with strengthening of gluteus maximus. From study, we are accepting alternate hypothesis and rejecting null hypothesis. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.